Happy New Year. I hope you guys are well. You got everything that you wanted to achieve in 2020, and your 2021 has started off on a good note. I have COVID. I've been tested positive. I am currently isolating in my apartment with my little puppy that I hope does not have it. And I just want to walk you guys through the signs and symptoms that I experienced, because I knew I had it before my doctor even gave me the results of my test. And I think that if more of us pay attention to our bodies, we'll be able to isolate even before we know for a fact that we do or we don't have it. The first thing that I noticed was that I did not enjoy food as much as I used to. So I went out for lunch to eat tilapia and fried yams with a friend who ordered the same exact thing. He thoroughly enjoyed the meal. I didn't. I didn't like the fried yams. I didn't like the tilapia. I felt nauseous. I actually wasted the food, which was very abnormal because I genuinely love food. And then that evening, I couldn't sleep. I had this migraine that kept me up all night long. Now, I'm no stranger to migraine, so I was like, okay, maybe I'm just tired. So maybe the next day I'll come home and sleep it off and then I'll be fine. The following day, which is like day 3, I was just tired. Like I couldn't do anything and my whole body was just hurting me. So I decided to just go to the hospital, test for everything, including COVID. And then I came home. Now, the place I went to test said I'll get my results in 2 days. So I was like, okay. On my 4th day, though, my alarm, I have 2 alarms. So the first alarm is my actual alarm on my phone that goes off for me to wake up. The second alarm is my puppy. The first thing we do when we wake up is take her to the bathroom to do number 2. So if I don't wake up on time, she just makes herself at home in my bedroom so that I'll wake up and clean it up as punishment. Now, this very day, I slept off. And so I woke up and I was like, she didn't do number 2 today. It looks like I've been a good mommy. I'm training her well. I got off the bed and I saw that she had a field day all over my room. So I was like, I can't smell anything. Whatever it is I've been feeding her, I should continue feeding it because I can't smell it. So I cleaned it up. And then I noticed throughout the day that I was not smelling anything, including the food I'm making. I couldn't smell. And so I went in the bathroom, started spraying all kinds of random things to a point where Gigi, my puppy, was sneezing all over the place and I still couldn't smell anything. So I started freaking out. Then when I was trying to eat, I also couldn't taste anything. Everything was just bland. So at that moment, I realized that yes, indeed, I have COVID. It was after like maybe 2-3 days that my actual results came in and they came back positive. But because I had already been doing the steps, the things that I needed to do, I knew that I was going to be fine. So I'm going to do a next video about the things that I've been doing at home, some of the home remedies that I've been making that other people shared with me that have really, really helped. But this video is about us taking charge of our health, us taking charge of our lives, and us being the people to determine how we're going to survive this virus. And the first step is for you to pay attention. Don't take anything for granted. I could have just said, I'm not tasting anything, so I'm not going to think much of it. I couldn't sleep tonight, so I won't think much of it. I'm not really smelling anything, so I won't think much of it. And then before you know it, I'm in a very terrible state. So the minute you observe something off, anything at all, write it down. This is Jifa. This is what I'm experiencing. And I did that. I wrote that in my notes. That's an app on your phone. Note it down. And then when it comes back again, write it down as well. And then immediately go and get tested. There are people who think there's power in not knowing, but there's no power there. You need to find out what you're going through. You need to know your results. And the best way to do that is to just go to the hospital. If you have to pay a little bit of money, pay it, right? Because you don't want to spend weeks or months treating yourself. Majority of the people who get this virus are going to go on and survive. but you have to stay on top of things. I'm doing much better now, taking my medicines, drinking a lot of herbs, drinking a lot of other things that have really gone to help me get to a point where I'm fine. I'm just waiting to get tested negative, and then I'll be able to join human beings again. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions about just the symptoms that I experienced, please comment down below. I'll try my best to answer on time. If you're experiencing something else and your experience was different from mine, please share it. I don't think there's any shame to being tested positive. I think it's actually a privilege to be tested positive, because at least now I know what people who have gone on to survive experienced. I now know that when I survive, I've gone through it, I've tested negative. There's nothing shameful about it. So I hope you guys stay safe. Please, please, please mask up. And the minute you start feeling something off, just stay home. Don't go and party. It'll be difficult for you to think about all the people you've come into contact with. So please don't go anywhere. Just stay home till you get your results. And we're all going to get through this. I'm very optimistic about